I'm just gonna put it out there that this video may offend some peoples, you know, but that's not really my problem. Long legs, amazing body, but I don't really like her. And I'm sorry, I just really do not believe that a lot of mixed race men go for dark-skinned women. So he has never dated a black girl before, and as he said to Molly May, his type is tanned girls. And like, okay, I hate to touch on her hair because I see Twitter like kicking off about her hair. Hey beautiful people, I'm Amy of Just Do Me. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are talking about Love Island. I'm obsessed with this show. I feel like half the UK is obsessed with the show. Everybody's talking about it. I don't normally do commentaries unless it's like something that's like, you know, super like got me thinking, and like, you know, your girl's got opinions. But one of my subscribers reached out, actually quite a few of you, actually a few of you were like, maybe you should go on Love Island. I rebuke it in Jesus' name. This is not my posture. Thank you. And one of you reached out and was like, you want to know my thoughts, you want me to do a commentary on Love Island. So I thought, you know what, if the people want it, I would give the people what they want. And let's not lie, I'm hooked. Like, my TiVo box is recording every night. I do not miss an episode. But this video isn't about Love Island as a whole. It's going to be really focused on Yewande because she's a black girl. I'm a black girl, you know, and we all know that black girls have not had the most success on that show. Oh, I forgot to turn my fan off. Hold on a second. So yeah, guys, what was I saying? Yeah, black girls have not had the most success on that show. I mean, Samira last year was borderline a train wreck. Nobody really fancied her. When she finally got her shot with Frankie, she was not his first choice, not even sure she was his second choice. But when she finally got her shot with Frankie, like, the ITV producers thought, okay, let's just edit out, you know, all of their scenes. Anyway, but we're really going to be talking about Yewande on this year just because she's a black girl, and there's a lot of talk about whether or not this show suits black girls, especially dark-skinned black girls. I feel like you're not going to really have a problem if like Amber looks, she looks mixed race. I don't know her heritage, but I'm pretty sure she's mixed. She doesn't seem to be having any problems with having guys that are attracted to her. But Yewande, on the very first episode, she basically wasn't picked. Now, my girl didn't really step forward for anybody, so that might have a large part to do with it. But the question is Love Island really the sort of show that black girls can go on and be successful? Dark-skinned black girls, to be specific. So we're going to get into that today. I'm just going to put it out there that this video may offend some peoples, you know, but that's not really my problem, you know. That's your problem, boo. But if you enjoy it, make sure you subscribe and let me know if you want to see more commentary about Love Island. Sorry to the American followers, and sorry to any other overseas territories where you guys don't get Love Island if this doesn't make any sense, but we're obsessed in the UK, so that's all I'm saying. Who is Yewande? From what I remember, she's a 23-year-old scientist, super smart, tall, gorgeous, long legs, amazing body, but I don't really like her. Now, I say like I don't really like her, but I don't dislike her either. Let me be specific. There's really not anybody on this year's show that I can say I like, apart from maybe Curtis, and we'll talk about him a little bit later on, but I don't like any of them. They all seem a bit superficial. They all seem a bit like, you know, that's the thing about Love Island, you know, it's meant to be a place where you come to find love, but I feel like people that go on this show year after year are really just people that are looking for fame, looking for the what comes afterwards, you know, looking to launch their career, looking to make money. All this like, I'm keeping my options open, I'm talking to everybody, all that shit they say. Do you really say that if you're looking for love? Like, I just feel like everybody's hoping and waiting for the next best thing, and maybe it's just being picky because they're looking for something serious. I don't know, but in my opinion, this show is pretty superficial. They choose the hottest people to go on it, and there's usually one token black girl every year, and this year it's Yewande. I don't really like her, don't really dislike her. From what I've seen, we haven't really seen a lot of her. The first time I really saw her was last night's episode because of Danny. That was really the first time we really got a chance to see her. But the other times I've seen her, I just haven't been impressed. And up until yesterday, like, my viewpoint was this girl will have zero success, because the reason why she's not having any luck is really because of her. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yes, like, black girls do not generally do quite well on these shows. We'll go into that another day. Actually, we'll go into that today. We'll go into that a little bit today. But I just feel like Yewande, and she's Nigerian as well, so I should like her. I don't know. I just feel like, how do I put it? She's not the right kind of person for this show, because she's not as superficial, it doesn't appear anyway, as the rest of them. She's not as airheaded as the rest of them. This girl is a scientist. She's smart, she's educated, like, she helps people. She does, I believe, cancer research. Like, this is a smart, bright woman amidst of pretty superficial, shallow people. And let's be honest, every year they chuck in an intellectual, and they never do well, because intellectuals don't do well on this show. Black girls don't do well. A black intellectual dark-skinned girl is not gonna do well. Dr. Alex last year, how horrific was his experience? Nobody got him. Nobody really was attracted to him, because he's not the typical big lad, big muscles, tan skin. No, he was like, I'm a doctor, I'm smart, I'm educated, I'm a bit more reserved. Whereas all these other guys were like, yeah girl, what's the crack? And like the year before that, Camilla, same-ish. Intellectuals do not do well on this show. And I think a large part of it, I always think this, is that if you're smart, if you're really smart, it becomes even harder to find love, in my opinion. And you can see that she overthinks everything. And, you know, sometimes you just gotta woosa, let it be. Like, come on. I'm rooting for Yewande. I don't like her, I don't dislike her, but I'm rooting for her. I want to see the girl do well. And sometimes my girl just has me scratching my head, like, what are you doing, Yewande? What are you doing? First example, when Curtis went in there, and he pretty much made a beeline for for Amy. But the second day after Curtis went in, we kind of saw him having a chat with Yewande, and I was like, oh, this could work, because Curtis is a bit older than the rest of the guys in there. He's not the gym bound, muscle bound. He seems quite in touch with his emotions. He seems quite mature. I thought this could really be something, and he was giving Yewande, you know, the chance to get to know him, and he was trying to get to know her, and he was saying how attractive he thinks she is, and he was kind of like, you know, my head's been turned. And what did Yewande give him in return? Nothing. Just ooh, smelly, ooh. Yeah, that shit is cute and whatnot, but in this game, Love Island, where these women are pouncing on the men they want. Look at Molly May. Look at Molly May. If that is not a huntress, I do not know what a huntress is. Like, the smiley giggly is not gonna get you far in Love Island. It is cutthroat. If you like a guy, you have to be able to go after them and not care what anybody else has to say. And I feel like she really just shot herself in the foot, because he was kind of trying to like gauge her and see how she felt, and he was like, do you know, I think my head might be being a bit turned. She just said nothing. She didn't say, do you know, I really like you, I really fancy you, I think you're hot. My girl said nothing, and then wanted to cry afterwards that like he ended up with Amy. Of course he ended up with Amy. Amy was flirty, Amy was fun, Amy was basically everything that Yewande is not. And it's not her fault, she's just a lot smarter, it seems, than these other people. And sometimes that can make you a bit socially awkward. The smarter you are, the more likely you are to be socially awkward. And I think, you know, she overthinks everything, and opportunity lost. Now Danny. Whew. Danny came in and he chose Yewande for the first date. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was surprised, I was shocked, and I don't want to offend people, but I'm just going to say it how I see it. In my 22 years on this planet, I have seen, and I live in the UK where interracial dating is pretty common. It's not taboo. You see interracial couples a lot. And I've only ever seen with my two eyes in real life, not on television or anything like that. I've only ever seen two mixed race men dating dark-skinned women. Only two couples in 20-something plus years. I've only ever seen it happen twice. And I'm sorry, I just really do not believe that a lot of mixed race men go for dark-skinned women. So when Danny came in and he took Yewande on the date first, I was like, really? But someone made a good point actually on YouTube that actually it never said that Danny chose Yewande. It could have been the producers told him to take her out on a date. It was never actually like Danny chose Yewande to go on a date, Yewande go meet him. No, so I was a little bit surprised, but then I was like, okay, do you know what? Let's give this a chance. He seemed to be genuinely taken with her. He was smiling. They seemed to have this really good chemistry on the date. But oh my god, who else caught that moment when like they're walking down and they meet each other, like he gets up to greet her and she goes to shake his hand. I mean, come on, Yewande, are you having a laugh? This is not a job interview, okay? This is not some formal setting. This is Love Island. You should have leaned in for a kiss, like a little bit of like a touch on the arm, a little bit of flirtation. My girl went in to shake his hand, and of course he went to kiss her and she was like, all right, and like realized that major cock up. But it's just, that's just who she kind of is. She's just a bit weird. She's just a bit awkward. Like, I don't think she knows how to flirt. And let me be honest, if I went in there, I can't flirt fit ish, and I expect men to chase me. So like all the things I'm saying that she's not doing, I would be doing the exact same stuff. But then I know that I can't ever go on Love Island. I know it just would never suit me. But okay, we got past that. They've sat down, you know, there's all this smiling between them. You could tell that there was, at least it seemed like there was kind of a genuine attraction. They had a lot to talk about. They were finding out about each other. So I started to hope. I was like, okay, maybe this is real. Maybe she is Danny's type. Maybe, you know, he is interested in her. I mean, I've never really seen it before, but let's just hope and pray. But almost the minute my guy Danny got back to the villa, Molly May stepped in.
What's the guy great? Yeah. I'm actually looking forward to her chatting because I felt like we were going to get along. I feel like me and you have got quite a lot of common. Do you think? I just got that vibe straight away, and I think you seem really good.
And we're gonna see, I've not seen tonight's episode, guys, but I bet you anything Danny and Yewande are not gonna be a thing. I'm not gonna say he's not genuinely attracted to her, even though there's been some stuff that's come out outside of the villa saying that he has never dated a black girl before. And as he said to Molly May, his type is tanned girls. You know, and I'm not saying like you have to only date your type, because I have a type for black guys, I have a type for white guys. I never really go for mixed race guys, never dated one in my whole life. I think a large part of it is just because I just do not think they even look at black dark skinned girls. I just don't even look at them in return. But yeah, I've got a type for, you know, I've got a type in Asian men as well. So I don't think you can only like one flavour. I certainly don't. But where he has never dated a black girl and all of a sudden a black girl was his first choice. But that being said, he hadn't really got a chance to see Molly May because she'd only been in the villa for like 2 days, I think, before he showed up. So he hadn't really got a chance to see her. So maybe, you know, of all the other girls, Yewande was his type. But this minute he met Molly, that was a bit more of him. But I just feel like the connection or the attraction between Molly and Danny seems a lot more real. Like, it seems like that, like, they're like lying in bed together, talking about how much they're attracted to each other. Whereas I feel like Yewande just like, it's like pulling teeth. Like, oh my god. Okay, so guys, when she was talking with all the boys and then they like walked her over to kind of get her to talk to Danny, and I was like, oh, my girl went and she sat down right next to him. I'm like, oh, she's gutsy, she's got balls, like she's putting herself out there. She sat down next to him and literally turned her back away from him. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing, child? Like, girls are like stealing men in this villa. Girls are practically like claws hooking them, and you are playing hard to get with the first guy that's come in here and showing you attention. Like, what are you doing? Like, where's the flirtation? And then when she tried that bit of flirting and she jumped on the counter and knocked the cup over, I was just like, oh my god, bless her. Bless her, she's so awkward. But awkward can be cute. But I do feel like if she's not willing to put herself out there a bit more, she's not going to get far in this game. It's for the people who aren't scared to take a risk, aren't scared to get pied. And I just don't think that's her. I'm a little bit worried for her because I really feel like Molly is going to swoop in there, steal Danny. And I don't really even feel like Molly's got any genuine interest in Danny. I don't. But I feel like it's a guy. She likes to take guys. She likes to have all the guys fighting over her. So I feel like she will just go in there and just add him to the love square that's going on. And Yewande is going to knock her confidence again. I just don't know if she'll be able to put herself out there again. But at the same time, I can't blame Danny entirely because it seems like everybody wants to see Yewande settle down, and it's just so much pressure for like a girl you've just met, you had quite a nice date with, and then you get back to the villa and everyone's asking you, so Yewande, like everybody's trying to push that agenda on Danny. And I feel like, you know, it is his first day, and as much as I don't like that, oh, I'm just getting to know everybody, I want to talk to everybody, as much as I don't like that, at the same time, you don't want to come in on your first day and be like pretty much forced into a couple that you kind of can't get out of, because I feel like Yewande is so serious. She's not very chilled, she doesn't seem very laid back, she doesn't seem like very flirty. So I feel like if he goes in there and like he's like, I really like you, I want to get to know you, it's going to be like hook, line and sinker. That's it for him. They're gonna have to like keep at it, and I think that's a lot of pressure to put on someone that like you've only had one date with. So yeah, but I hope, I don't think this Danny thing is going to work out for her, I'll be perfectly honest. I feel like he's a 20-year-old boy. I was going to say mixed race boy, but let me not just put all of them in the same category. He's a 20-year-old boy. He's a model. He seems smart, but he doesn't seem like he's as intellectual as she is. And he seems like physicality is probably going to be more of a priority to him than really getting to know someone on like an intellectual level, which is where I feel like she needs to find someone that really wants to get to know her for her. Because in terms of the physicality aspect, she's a gorgeous girl, but she's not really going to win any awards, not because she's not stunning, but because the other girls are more physical than her. You know, they wear more flirty outfits, they're more flirtatious with the physical touch, they know how to be more exuberant than she does. It's just what it is. And like, okay, I hate to touch on her hair because I see Twitter like kicking off about her hair, but I just say that was not the right option. Like, her wig looks good, I'm not gonna lie, the lace wig looks really good. Yewande girl, I'm not trying to come for you. I hate when people come and, you know, reduce black women to their hair. It's really stupid. But you can see that she's struggling with that wig because she's always got a cap on. I just feel like it just takes away all the other girls walking around looking cute. Yewande's on like a cap, probably because she's trying to avoid having to do that in the sun. So I wish she'd gone for like a weave, you know, and that would have given her a lot more freedom and she wouldn't have to constantly be wearing that hat. I don't know if that's actually why she's wearing it, but that's just my thoughts on it. She's a gorgeous girl, she's really smart. I think that's the reason why she's not going to do that well. I don't genuinely believe like a really gorgeous dark-skinned girl can't go in there and find love. I think it will be a lot harder. You know, they say work twice as hard to get half as much, and in dating, or at least interracial dating, which is kind of what it has to kind of be. I wouldn't say it has to be, but there's a lot more white men going in there than there are black men. So unless she's going to just date the one token black guy, she's going to have to open up her options and hope that her options are open to her. But, you know, I feel like you kind of need a black girl, a dark-skinned black girl that's more flirty, more exuberant, a little bit more hungry and not scared to go for what she wants, because Yewande is the complete opposite. I hope she surprises me. I hope tonight she goes in for the kill with Danny and is like, no, I really like you, you know, I want to get to know you. I hope she's a bit more confident. But if I had to put money on it, I would say that tonight is going to show Yewande getting pied. Even if Danny doesn't end up with Molly, I think he'll probably put her in a friend zone. Yup. So guys, let me know your thoughts about Yewande, about Love Island so far, and about if you think I'm completely off track about mixed race guys not really dating dark skinned black girls. I swear to you, I've only seen it twice in my whole entire life. Mixed race guys usually date white girls and sometimes mixed race girls. Black guys usually date whatever they can get. No, I'm joking. Black guys I've seen with black women, white women, mixed race women. Mixed race women I usually see with black men, white guys mainly white women, you know, but you can see white guys with black women as well. But mixed race, it's just, I just don't know. I just don't know. Maybe I'll be surprised. Make sure you subscribe before you go. I mean, you're just in me. We're looking good. We're feeling good. Anyway, catch you in the next one.